because Russell Westbrook's legacy is not going to be about winning.
It's fucked up what happened to Russ, bro. On God. It's fucked up what happened to Russ. And Russ got a bad take because of that Lakers team. That's the truth, bro.
You know what? I think it all started with Lakers. Look at his career. As soon as he went to Lakers, I don't want to blame anyone. I don't want to blame LeBron or whatever, but it's hard to play for the Lakers, man.
Why?
If you're playing with someone like LeBron, it's all about LeBron.
Russell Westbrook's wife, Nina, says that he broke his phone after finding out that Alex Antetokounmpo got signed before him.
Russell Westbrook smashed his phone. The 2017 MVP, 9-time All-Star, all-time triple-double leader. He destroyed his phone in frustration after seeing Giannis Antetokounmpo's brother get signed before him. Let that sink in. A Hall of Fame lock, one of the most decorated players of his generation, watching lesser talents get contracts while he sat at home, unsigned, unwanted. At 36 years old, Russell Westbrook just signed with the Sacramento Kings for $3.6 million, his 7th team in 6 years.
Malika, Russell Westbrook is signing with the Sacramento Kings. His agent, Jeff Schwartz, tells me it's a 1-year, $3.6 million deal. And these are two sides that have been engaged in conversations all off season, every single month, every single week since July. They've been in constant communication. And this is a Kings team that has searched for point guard depth.
This is the story of how one of the NBA's fiercest competitors ended up here. How LeBron James and the Lakers destroyed his reputation. How former teammates are speaking out. And why this Kings move might be Russell Westbrook's last stand. Russell Westbrook signed a 1-year, $3.6 million deal with the Sacramento Kings, the veteran minimum. For context, a Chinese team reportedly offered Westbrook a deal worth 4 times what he's earning with the Kings. He turned down $14 million from China because he still believes he belongs in the NBA. Westbrook declined his $3.5 million player option with Denver, betting on himself in free agency. That gamble nearly backfired catastrophically. As the preseason approached and rosters filled up, Westbrook remained unsigned. Reports indicate Westbrook smashed his phone after learning that Alex Antetokounmpo signed a deal with the Milwaukee Bucks before him. Think about that moment. Russell Westbrook, who averaged a triple-double for 3 consecutive seasons, who won MVP, who carried franchises on his back, watching Giannis's brother, who barely played in the NBA, get a contract before him. In 75 games and 36 starts for the Denver Nuggets last season, Westbrook averaged 13.3 points, 6.1 assists, 4.9 rebounds, and 1.4 steals while shooting 44.9% from the field. Westbrook shot 52% on 2-pointers in 2024 to 2025, the best in a season in his career. Those are productive numbers. More than productive. They're starting caliber numbers for many teams. But nobody wanted him. Teams passed. Executives made other choices, and Russell Westbrook, for the first time in his 18-year career, faced the very real possibility of being out of the league. Patrick Beverley isn't holding back. Russ got a bad take because of that Lakers team, Beverley said. Coming from Patrick Beverley, that means something. This is a man who built his career on toughness, on competitive fire, and he's saying Westbrook is the best teammate he ever had.
It's fucked up what happened to Russ, bro. On God. It's fucked up what happened to Russ. And Russ got a bad take because of that Lakers team. That's the truth, bro. That's the truth. You talk to T-Lou. T-Lou did an interview with motherfuckers. I love Russ. Ever since Russ left the Lakers, bro, he's been on the minimum, bro. We've never seen this ever. We've never seen a player who's been the MVP, who's impacted the game, who they call him names and tell him he can't shoot, go to the playoffs, shoot 40% with the Clippers the very next year. Right? Take a less demeaning role with the Lakers. Take a less demeaning role with the Clippers. He's been a 6th man ever since he's left the Lakers. He's a starting point guard in the NBA. He's arguably one of the top 3 point guards to ever play the game. You tell me this man can't get on the team? All because he's passionate? All because he stretches with the team every single fucking practice? All because if it's a team out and he's there all the fucking time? All because if you talk to anyone around the league, Russ is the best teammate I ever have. I talked to Paul George. Hey, Pat, you go love Russ. Austin Reeves, Russell Westbrook, one of the best teammates I ever had. What the fuck are we talking about? Why isn't this man on the team?
And Beverley isn't alone. Enes Kanter Freedom went even further.
Russell Westbrook, why do you think he had such a hard time adjusting when he went to like Houston and Washington and the Clippers? Like, It was kind of a big fall off.
You know what? I think it all started with Lakers. Look at his career. As soon as he went to Lakers, I don't want to blame anyone. I don't want to blame LeBron or whatever, but it's hard to play for the Lakers, man.
Why?
If you're playing with someone like LeBron, it's all about LeBron. And if the season fails, then you need to have like some kind of scapegoat. I think that year they picked Russell Westbrook as a scapegoat. Then after that, I mean, look at his career. I do think that, right now it was his 18th year, and this guy, unfortunately, can't even find a team to play right now. It's tough.
So you're saying like becoming the scapegoat like got to him mentally and like that affected his game?
Yeah, I think so. You know, because like people were just calling him some very hard names and some nicknames. I don't even want to repeat it. I feel bad because like he got a lot of kids, and I watched one of his interviews because he said, now my kids going to school and they called his kids are like some of the nicknames that the fans used to say, whatever. So, NBA is tough, man. NBA is definitely tough, but he could still play in NBA. It's crazy that he cannot find a team.
I think it was him that when they went to Utah, they were like extremely racist towards him or something like that. Yeah. Was it Russell Westbrook?
It was Russell Westbrook.
So like when you were on the Utah Jazz, was it the same? Did you see that same vibe when you were playing there?
To be honest with you, not. I mean, they were like one of the wildest fans, and they had your back no matter what, and they were like the sixth man. But when I played there, I didn't really have I didn't hear about any kind of racist comments towards other teams, you know?
Let's talk about what actually happened in LA. It was reported that LeBron James preferred the Lakers acquire Westbrook instead of a different deal that would have brought Buddy Hield to Los Angeles prior to the start of the 2021 to 2022 season. LeBron wanted Russ. This wasn't the front office forcing a player on him. This was LeBron's choice. The Lakers formed a big three: LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Westbrook. Championship expectations. Instead, they missed the playoffs entirely. And when things fell apart, who got scapegoated? Westbrook and his family even received death threats from frustrated Lakers fans. Death threats over basketball. The vitriol was so intense, so personal, that it went beyond sports into something dark and dangerous. Westbrook started just 3 games in his second season, averaging 15.9 points, 7.5 assists, and 6.2 rebounds per game. Frank Vogel benched him. The media destroyed him nightly. And through it all, LeBron made it clear he wanted Kyrie Irving instead, publicly undermining the teammate he supposedly wanted. As Conter mentioned, playing for the Lakers is not easy. In one of the biggest markets and under a bright media spotlight, every action is heavily scrutinized. Considering how volatile the fan base can be, especially when writing off and criticizing players, Westbrook had to deal with a large amount of vitriol. The mental toll was devastating. I think so because people were saying some hard names and some nicknames. I don't even want to repeat it, Freedom said, referencing the hate Westbrook received from Lakers fans. After the Lakers disaster, Westbrook found his way to Denver. And you know what? He was good, really good. Westbrook has come off the bench in 145 of his 216 games played over the past 3 seasons, while finishing in the top 10 in 6th Man of the Year voting in each season. He embraced the role. He adjusted his game. He became more efficient, more selective with his shots. Westbrook was one of just 17 NBA players to average 13.3 points, 6.1 assists, and 4.9 rebounds. A list laden with All-Star, All-NBA, and MVP candidates. His energy off the bench changed games. At this age, nobody plays harder than Westbrook every night. But the playoffs told a different story. While Westbrook was critical to Denver's first-round win over the Clippers, he was costly in Round 2 against Oklahoma City, shooting just 34.8% from the field and 21.9% from three-point range with more turnovers, 18, than assists, 17, in 160 minutes, during which the Nuggets were outscored by 92 points. That's the curse Westbrook can't escape. He gives you everything in the regular season, but in the playoffs, when the stage is biggest and the pressure is highest, the flaws become magnified. The turnovers increase, the shooting percentages drop, and teams lose. It's why, despite all his regular season heroics, Westbrook has never won a championship. He began his career with Oklahoma City and teamed up with Kevin Durant to help the Thunder become a league power. They made the finals in 2012, lost to LeBron's Heat, never got back. His playoff failures with stars like KD, LeBron, and Harden haunt his narrative. Fair or not, that's his legacy. An incredible regular season player who couldn't get it done when it mattered most. The Kings will be Westbrook's fourth different team since the start of the 2022 to 2023 season. Seventh team overall in 18 years. Think about that trajectory. From franchise cornerstone to journeyman. And what did he sign up for in Sacramento? Absolute chaos. Sacramento will have a bench unit with Westbrook, Malik Monk, and Doug McDermott behind a starting five of Schroeder, Zach LaVine, Domantas Sabonis, DeMar DeRozan, and Keon Ellis. That's a roster with LaVine, DeRozan, Sabonis, all ball-dominant players who need touches. The Kings could use his bench presence after ranking 28th in bench points per game and 29th in bench assists per game last season. They desperately need playmaking and energy off the bench. That's where Westbrook comes in. But here's the problem: spacing. Zach LaVine's strengths are being on the ball. If he is not sharing the floor with Westbrook/DeRozan, that pushes him more to an off-ball role, which doesn't maximize his strengths. Multiple non-shooters in the lineup. Limited floor spacing, a team that finished with one of the worst bench units in the league. The Kings are desperate to stay relevant after years of futility, and they're hoping a 36-year-old Russell Westbrook can provide the spark. In his first season as Kings general manager, Perry has made clear that the franchise wants a team culture of high motor and high effort, attributes that Westbrook has displayed over his NBA career. That's what they're banking on, not his stats, not his efficiency, his motor, his intensity, his refusal to quit. Here's what nobody can take away from Russell Westbrook. He remains beloved in Oklahoma City, sometimes even being cheered at Thunder games during the Western Conference semifinals last season while playing for the Nuggets. Think about that. OKC fans watching their team play in the Western Conference semifinals, cheering for Russell Westbrook, who was playing for the opponent. That's love. That's respect. That's what happens when you give everything for a city. Westbrook is the all-time triple-double leader with 203. He's a 9-time All-Star, an MVP, a scoring champion, a Hall of Fame lock. These accomplishments are carved in stone. Nobody can erase them. But here's the brutal truth. He still lacks a championship. And at 36, playing for the Sacramento Kings on a veteran minimum deal, that door is closing fast. He's a starting point guard in the NBA. He's arguably one of the top 3 point guards to ever play the game, Beverley argued. But is he? Without a ring, without playoff success, can you really make that argument? Westbrook represents a fading generation of 2010s legends trying to adapt or survive. Chris Paul is still fighting for a championship. Carmelo Anthony retired without one. Now Russell Westbrook is in Sacramento, trying to prove he still belongs. Even as the odometer ticks up, he can still operate in the pick and roll, find creases in the defense, and get to the cup, taking well over 40% of his field goal attempts at the rim last season and converting 64% of them. He can still give you spurts, moments, flashes of the player he used to be, but this might be Russell Westbrook's last NBA season. Every minute now truly counts. This Kings move is either his last serious stop or a final shot at changing the narrative. If successful, Russ could flip the script, go out on a redemption arc, show the world that the Lakers didn't break him, they just tried to. Help Sacramento make the playoffs, provide veteran leadership, prove that he's more than the scapegoat LeBron and the media made him. But if the Kings flop, and let's be honest, that's a real possibility with this chaotic roster, this will be remembered as another failed fit in his journey. The final chapter of a cautionary tale about how quickly the NBA can turn on you. It sucks for Kings fans who definitely thought the dark days were maybe finally behind them. They traded De'Aaron Fox. They're trying to stay relevant. They're throwing pieces together and hoping something works. And Russell Westbrook, he's their Hail Mary, their last roll of the dice. The player nobody else wanted, taking a minimum deal because he still believes. Fans are divided. Some see a veteran leader who can bring much-needed intensity and playmaking. Others see another chaotic Kings move that doesn't address their actual problems. This might be the last time we see Russell Westbrook in an NBA uniform. Hit that subscribe button because we're going to follow this story all season long. Drop a comment. Do you think Russ can help the Kings make the playoffs, or is this the end of the line for a legend?